Right, so now we are going to play Foundation. I did do a video which is due to be deleted because I had an issue with my sound. So it literally sounded like I was muffled. Um, Maps, I'm gonna go for hills. So I played this game for a few months and then I uninstalled it and then reinstalled because I just found it a bit, I don't know. Since I've updated a few more things, it's a lot easier. But I will explain as we go through. I was quite far on my previous recording, but it was not really helpful with no sound. So just need to pick a starting point on your map. You can pretty much pick where you want, but I do tend to go where I can see stone and I can see berries. So we'll start from here. Um, I've completely gone blank of what to do first. Okay, so we need to build our center, which mm, probably place that there. It should be fine. That will get us started. And on my other video, I did make the mistake of forgetting to build a builder's cabin. So I was sat here waiting for things to happen, and nothing did because I forgot to buy a builder's cabin. So you have to have your builder's workshop in order to start basically anything. We'll put that there. And we'll automatically put in 3 workers, which is the max that holds. Then we need to paint out areas, as you can see, for residential, extraction, and reforestation. Forbidden land I don't tend to use because I'm not really sure why you wouldn't want residents to walk in a certain place. So another bad habit is I do tend to extract every single patch of trees, which takes forever. And I always forget that you're supposed to put more trees down. So when I run out of wood, I'm like, oh yeah, totally forgot. So obviously you need to extract your berries, your stone, because you will need that very early on. Like that. Residential area, I mean, they're not too fussy. The only downside is you can't pick where you want your houses to actually go. So this area, they will literally just come on, take a load of your wood and start plonking down houses wherever they see fit. As you can see, they're already starting, just chucking them wherever they want to. So then, yeah, the villages do look pretty good, although they do look exactly the same, bar the little one with no hair. But yeah, the graphics are pretty good. Obviously, if you get too close, it does get a little bit blurry, but yeah. So they're ready. We now need, oh, and we've got more people coming to join them before we've even really built anything. So you need to build a market. Obviously, this helps to sell. At the moment, it would just be berries, but later on in the game, you do get to do bread and fish, and I think there's like jewelry at some point. So we'll get them to start building the market. And we also need a lumber camp. Without the lumber camp, your wood has got nowhere to go. So if we just um, turn it slightly and put it in the corner, that should build. Yes, so we want this person and we want this person to join. So as you can see, we now have 12 people and 9 of them are unemployed. Obviously, as the game goes on and you build more stuff, the workers will be used. We also need a stone cutters camp. The other issue I have is I tend to put things in the trees, and then when I go to find them, they're just, like, as you can see, gone. Just speed this up probably to 2. Make it go a bit quicker. So yeah, as you can see, they do tend to build their houses wherever they want to build them, and you can't rotate, you cannot tell them. I think eventually in the game you'll probably have a house inside a house. That is the only annoying part, is that you cannot pick where your houses will go. Only the area that you cover. What else do we need to build next? Just trying to think. It would be the sawmill. Sawmill turns your wood into planks, which you will need to build various things. Obviously, I need stone, so that's not going to build yet because we're still waiting for things to build. She's getting on pretty well. Got half a stall that's a bit uneven, but that'll get there. And we have... she just looks a bit confused, like she's not quite sure what she's doing, a bit like myself. There is probably other videos with a bit more helpful tips than what I'm giving you, because this is my first video and I'm trying to remember, I'm trying to read and talk all at the same time. So I was waiting for... oh, we also need a forager's hut. That's pretty important. If you go along with food production, you need a forager's hut, which I usually just put just near the berries so they don't have far to go. So the market stall is now built, and we're going to put one person because that's all you can put in there, and we need to put berries. So someone will go and jump on there in a minute and start selling out a load of berries. As soon as the stone starts to kick in, we do need to build a well for water, because at the moment they're going to be pretty thirsty. Speed this up to 3 just to see if it a bit more. So at the moment they're all just standing in a circle, just looking pretty clueless. But things are building. As I said, I have put stuff in the trees. So my stone cutter camp needs 5 more logs. And we're just waiting for the lumber camp to build. What else is coming along? Oh yeah, when they build the houses, they just generally take your wood. So if you had like 50 wood up here, you were saving to build something else, you realise it's gone down. That's because they generally visit your land, take your wood, and just start to build houses. You can pause production if you don't have the wood or you're trying to save your wood. Yeah, I did extract, yeah. So it takes a while. I don't know why it's taking so long. It's because of the wood situation. It don't seem to be the quickest to be building. Let's hire that up a bit more. Shouldn't take too long. Here we go. And you need 5 tools to build the lumber camp. If you look up here, it says you have 10. Very early on, you need to trade, and you need to buy these tools because you can't make them. So you literally have to trade, but you can't trade until you acquire some more planks, which I will go through when I get that far. So right, we're going to stick all 3 people doing the wood, because that is why the stone cutter isn't getting built, because he's missing 5 wood. So then when the stone maker is done, we can give them water, or they're going to probably leave. Very thirsty people. Village aspirations. Don't really need that up at the moment. So we have a couple of houses. We're getting there. Gathering hut is... as again, it needs wood. You see me clicking here, it just means they should prioritize that particular building. So we still have... well, villagers are not very happy. Yeah, they're waiting for all their gear to be built, which takes time, unfortunately. Like, all these trees are still here. I'm very impatient when it comes to cutting trees because it blocks my view. But yeah, they seem... they're just not really wanting to work at the moment, but they are getting there. I think because they stopped to build the houses, as you can see, like here and the other 2 plots. It does take a bit of their time and yours, because you're waiting for your things to build and they're just taking the wood and building a house. But it's going up slowly. The stone cutter camp needs to just be finished, so then I can progress and give them water, otherwise we're going to have a problem. No. Yeah, he's comfortable, but he definitely needs water. He's not a happy chap. Oh, okay, so we have a gathering hut. That's now built. I think we'll just put 1 in there. You can put 3, but there's not many people, so I think we'll be fine with just the 1 for now. My stone cutter camp has just been built. Yay! So we'll stick 3 people because we need the stone pretty bad because we do need stone to build the well, which is just here. You tend to want to put your well. Ooh, that's going to let me like cover up a tree. You need to put your well, and as you can see the green circle, that is the radius that that water will cover. So if you've got a lot of houses here, you tend to need to make sure you have a well and a shop close by. So yeah, we need 5 stone. So we could quicken that up a little. Now we have people working. So they're all digging up my stone. Again, they all look exactly the same. And we just have 2 people that look very uncomfortable. I don't know what's like they've had an argument. Yeah, we'll leave them to sort out their issues. So they're working, getting the food. We're doing quite well on the food. We do have 60 berries. The cloth you use at the moment for obviously the market stalls, if you want to put the tent over the top, I just do, but you don't need to. The logs we're doing okay. We have 1 stone, so I'm hoping that's because they're building the well with the stone. Here we go. Yes, they are. They will have water. Just trying to think what else I should have built or should be building. Sawmill I know is going. Well, the church, you do need to have a church. Unfortunately, this takes so much time. But you will need to have it because they will get very, very unhappy. And Manor House, I will probably go into that on my second video because that is pretty complicated. That's basically where you store your gold, etc., etc. So now our well is built. Oh, they built that pretty quick. So you don't have to allocate anyone to the well. I don't know why. That's pretty much done for you. We do need a granary as well, which we could put here. This just holds, at the moment, all it's going to hold is berries because that is all we have. We don't have bread or fish at the moment until we expand out to near a river. Yeah, my nearest river is quite away. Oh dear, yeah, they're going to be stuck for fish for a while. You can buy fish when you trade. We can't trade yet, and I'll explain shortly how we do that. So that's building. Automatically chucking a house down again. And then another house, like I said, so they're going to build a house here. There's already a house here, so they're literally going to walk out their house and bam, straight into the side of a house. But you can't control that. So they're building away. They're not taking all my wood yet. So what are we waiting for? It's just they finished building the houses quick enough. We should get through it quicker. So we do have a newcomer approaching. If I click this, it will zoom. This poor little person has got to come all this way. And I don't even know where my little area was that I picked. Oh dear, it's gone. Now I've lost the little man. Where'd he go? Oh dear. Okay, this could be an issue because he's gone. Anyway, there we go. We found it back. Oh, they beat me back. The time I spent zooming through my trees, they were pretty much it. So granary is now built. So the only thing we can hold is berries, and we need 1 person in there because it's not overly important at the moment. Yep, you can come and help. So we now have 13 people. And happiness is low, employment is high, and residential is high. Now the happiness is low probably because I don't yet have a church, but it takes a lot of material for the church. So that's probably why I'm holding off slightly, but I guess we could build a church. I just wouldn't know. See, like I said, by the houses, it's like, yeah, we don't mind. We'll walk out of... Oh, they don't even seem to have a door. Oh, yes, they have a door. They don't really care where they put that. With me, I'd want them symmetrical. It all had to be in line, all had to look the same, but these people just basically throw them where they want. And you can't do nothing about it. So, it's coming along, still building their house. I guess when we've got planks when our sawmill is built, pretty sure I did do a sawmill. Or did I not build a sawmill? Not another house. Maybe I didn't. What's that, a house? No, we did do a sawmill. So as soon as the sawmill's built, that will turn your wood into planks. And well, I think it's 20 planks. When you get to 20 planks, you can go to your book. Obviously, I can't do it at the moment, but I'll just show briefly. You then go to, I think it's economy, no. Here we go, resources. So when you have 20 planks, you will then be able to partner up with Northbury. Northbury. You can buy tools, which you will need to do. It tells you here that you can buy the fish, you can buy cloth, you can buy I think beeswax, no, that's honey. And you can sell berries, stone, your planks, herbs, which you get a lot later on, and wine again, which you get later on. So there is people that you can trade with, and we have another new person. It's not looking too shabby at the moment. They're working and they're not hovering in their little circle anymore. We'll take you as well. The problem is when you do accept so many and you don't have jobs, your happiness will go down because they've got nothing to do and they get bored. Although there's so many trees still to be cut, we could just jump on board and get down with the trees. It is really slow for trees to move, and I'm very impatient because it just blocks what I build. I've got to try and hunt through the trees to find my buildings, which isn't the best. Is she still standing there looking at her house? Why is she not actually building her house? She's just looking at the posts like, well, come on, someone help. Sawmill is almost complete, and we're doing well with wood. Berries, we're doing very well with berries. Sawmill is built. So we will stick 1, 2 people in there. And obviously your wood will get turned into planks, and you'll see them up here. And when it says 20 up here, you go to the book, and you can start a trade route. Because these tools are very hard to get. Are these getting any happier? Happiness is average. Well, to be fair, they seem pretty happy because they keep whacking houses down everywhere. But now we need to build the church. The dreaded church. So, here we go. Service. Rustic church. Having the church is pretty important. So we'll have that. You also have to have a chapel. I tend to go for ones that take the least materials. Has to have a door. Turn my door this way around. I think last time I built a church, I forgot to build the door, or the door wasn't attached properly. Something I did wrong, and people were not happy. And you also will need a bell tower, which just put there for now. So as soon as all of those requirements are done, you will be able to build. But as I said, 30 stone, 45 planks, 18 tools, and 12 wood. It takes a while. You can speed it up, but it still takes a while. It does look like most of the people have jobs, from what I can see. There's also, let's see, you do have this progression tab. It automatically would start you on this page, which is the common path. So you can unlock warehouse, you can unlock bailiff's office, and you can unlock how to build a bridge. The only thing I'd use first, I think, would be your warehouse, which I will do shortly. I'll just go through the other options. So basically, as you complete little tasks and aspirations, you will get prosperity points, which are up here. So I have like 3. You can go the common path, which as you go, you'll be able to do bread, fish, which I can't really do fish because we don't have water at the moment, stone, etc. You can go to labour, which will then do your manor house, which is where you have the bailiffs, which collect all the money from your town. You can do the kingdom route as well, which you can do military, which I tend to do that when I'm a bit higher up. You do have to be pretty chummy with the clergy, So you do need to have the monastery, and then you have to have monks and nuns, but they do play a big part later on when you need like wine and food and herbs. But that is something I'll go properly into when we're in probably in the next couple of videos because it's quite a way off. So where's this newcomer coming from? Wow. So as you can see, they do trek quite a way. So he's got to come from all the way there, all the way to my tiny little circle. But we will use him somewhere. Church almost ready. It's a little bit of a way to go. But we are running out of tools, so we need 8 more tools, and we don't have any. So, what's this? You ran out of tools. Well, how did you know? These precious tools. Okay, so we can ask our neighbors. So as you can see, we need to unlock the warehouse, build the warehouse, allow tools to be stored in the warehouse, and then we need to unlock the trade route as well. So let's just do this slowly. So we will go to book, common path, warehouse. So the warehouse is now unlocked. We won't do them two yet. We'll just do this bit by bit. So we need to find the warehouse, which is this one here. I always get confused with the warehouse and the granary because they look exactly the same. We'll stick that. It's not really outside the territory. Put it there. And then we'll use 10 stone and 15 planks. I've got planks, got stone. So when we've got 5 more planks, I'll be able to unlock the trade route and buy some tools because we are struggling. We're not going to finish this church without tools, and it's very nearly done. So we highlight over, it will say how far. So obviously we've ticked get the warehouse. We're now building it, but we do have to have 20 planks. I think it's 20. Just double check. 20 planks for resources. Resources, yeah, 20 planks. So that should highlight in white when there's 20 planks. Oh, we need 1 more plank. Come on, make the last plank. Yes, so now we can unlock that trade route. And then if we go to resources, this will show you down here what you have. We need to buy tools. So click buy until inventory reaches the value, and we'll just put 5. And now, Kingdom Prospect tier reached. So yeah, got too much going on. Oh, and the clergy people are happy, even though the church hasn't technically been built yet. So we have unlocked new content. If we go back to progression, and then clergy, we can now unlock a monastery and the church. We can do the kingdom, we can do the labor, but as I said, we'll do that on the next one. Another person. And we're going to run out of jobs at some point. We've still got unemployed people. Warehouse should be built fairly soon. They're all like exactly the same. Taking it in slow. Okay. Well, it's not looking too bad. Trees are disappearing very slowly, but they are. We can't really progress much more until these planks are made. Build the warehouse and assign the tools. And we need to have 10 tools inside the storage. Shame we can't actually speed it up past 3, but that is literally the fastest you can go. Graphics, I think, are pretty good. Even how much you zoom the grass, you can still see like every blade of grass. Taking their sweet time. Oh, chopping down me trees. Right. I've got another newcomer approaching, but if I go to find where he is, I'll forget where I am. I don't know where he's coming from. I don't want to go too far out to find him, but he knows where he's going. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's got a fair hike. We do have plenty of berries, 177, and we are selling them. Right, nearly there with the plank. Yes, you can come and help. I'm just waiting for the last half. Just waiting for wood, I think, now. Build the warehouse, assign tools, and have 10 tools. Okay. So as you get further into the game, there's a lot more to build, but then that is where I get confused, because you can unlock certain things, like I show you in the book, and there is like a specific order. For example, I unlocked, I think it was like, I think it was a hunter's cabin, and they were hunting for the meat, but then I didn't unlock the restaurant side of things, which I had to do later on, and a lot of them interlock. Like I didn't have the monastery, but then I did herbs, and you can only get herbs through paying for them, or if you have monks, they will grow herbs in planters. But that is a bit further on in the game. This is taking longer than my church. I've got all the materials there, so hopefully we are supposed to be buying tools as well, but it won't let us until we allocate tools to the warehouse. Oh, it's going. Right, warehouse. So we want to put 2 people in there because that's the last 2 people that haven't got jobs. So we need to put in tools because that was part of the quest. We'll store planks. We will store cloth, and we will store wood. Yep. So now that should have ticked. Okay, now we just need to have 10 tools or more inside that warehouse. So when a trader decides to come along, no, we've just got loads of people running for us. We will eventually have tools. And my church is still half built. So now these 2 people are going to need jobs. And I'm going to put them in the warehouse. Just so they've got somewhere to go. So we need to get that to 10. And our housing is insufficient. Right, so we need... Oh, there's a little trader. She should drop me in some tools, because we have told her to buy tools. And they will appear up here, if she does. Let's just paint some more residential, because they're getting a bit moany. I didn't want to expand too much too quick. She did drop us tools. She dropped us 3? Or they already stuck some of them in the chart. We need 3 more. We need to get that to 10, or that's not going to complete this quest. But we will get there. This seems to be taking a lot longer than my first flopped video. I got pretty far, well, not too far, pretty much like this, but slightly bigger. And then I realised my sound was really, really quiet, and I was like, oh, that'd be fine. People can hear me. And then when I played the video back, it was pretty much like I was standing in a different room about 3 blocks away. So I will be removing that first video and replacing it with this one. But yeah, things just seem a lot longer this time round, unless it's just because I'm being impatient, which is probably right. We can take these trees down, they're just in the way. Now I do have a mod on here that allows me to buy extra plots of land. Like, technically you can buy as you go, but it costs a lot of gold. So just purely because I'm just really lazy and very impatient. And I do tend to span out a lot. Bring me some tools. We do get this option to unlock all for free. This is the only thing I use for the mod kind of thing, though, because it does ruin the game if you have too many mods to make it too easy. So yeah, we now have this patch. There needs to be extracted, and all these trees. Yeah, it does cost, I think it's about 250 gold as you go out through these, but it's just, I would rather just have the luxury of picking where I want. She's still not got 10 tools in my storage. I guess it's because they're using to finish the church, but then, yeah, not sure. Hopefully, we will get to 10 tools. We'll expand a bit more on the residential side. They don't tend to like to be put, obviously all this red is a no-no. They don't want to chuck a house next to a sawmill. So, and already instantly they're chucking down a house. So now you'll see my wood just go. See, 46 to 36, like instantly. People are like, yay, let's chuck some more houses down and use her wood. Okay, who's this little man? Lady? Man? What is it? Oh, I do believe that's a lady. Very tired looking lady. So, wood. The elders are looking to repair a few bridges across the region. One of their merchants noticed a woodcutter camp. So we can just put not interested, which means it'll totally dismiss. Or we can wait, but it does tell you the chances are a bit meh. So we'll just do it. So basically what that means now is we have to have 100 wood inside our warehouse, but we have 28. That's probably not going to happen because they keep using the wood for houses, but we'll see. It is not the end of the world if you don't complete that part. Obviously, you do build up a reputation if you can do it, but... Ooh, our church is finished. Yay! So as you go on, you will have to expand your church or possibly build another one because it only holds X amount of people. I think this one's going to hold 54. But you should be fine. Now what do we have? Another person. Worlds of your... Oh, they basically know that we have a church. So now we've chummed up with the clergy. So if we go on to progression, go to clergy, you can see the influence gained with those. But I'm sticking to common path for now. I will unlock bailiff office and wooden bridge next time. That's probably for another video because that's a lot to do. So yeah, we're just going to keep adding people in. Our wood is now at 32, but we do need to have 100. But the more houses they're chucking down, the more they're taking all of our wood. The only other option would be to pause production on your sawmill, so you're keeping your wood instead of turning it into planks. That is the other way to do it, so your wood should build up. And the only time that will go down is when someone's like, hi, can I live here? Ooh, I need a house. And yeah. And look at this mess. Look at the mess with these houses. Like, they're just... It is a shame you can't rotate or something, but that is pretty much what you'll get throughout your whole gameplay. I think I had houses halfway up my hills. I think I even had a house inside my warehouse almost. It was very close. We've still not completed this tools bit yet. I've only got 5 tools. We need to have 10. But no, it's not looking too bad. My church does look pretty bad. I've got like a wooden bell tower, stone, and I think that's wood, but they can go in there and it's a church. It's fine. So yeah, they don't really stand around too much. They are working. But so I think I'm gonna leave this here for now. And oh no, we have a newcomer. I'll let the newcomer come first, and then I'm gonna end this one and then redo a second video to show what all of this means. And I probably will mess it up because I've unlocked farming too early before, Fishing, I think, is going to be awkward because we don't actually have water at the moment. Not anywhere near that we can unlock. Not quite sure how that's going to work. Come on, run up the hill. And we're still stuck with tools. We just need 5 more. But they're not building anything that takes tools. So technically, they should build up when the little trade person comes back again. We do have 2 people without jobs. I'll stick another one. I'll stick all of them in the granary. And this, oh, here's my trader. Drop off some tools. Think. How much is she going to drop me? We just need her to drop 5 tools. It doesn't look like she's going to. That isn't going to go to 10, is it? Nope, she's gone. Oh. Maybe next time round. And wood, we've got 46 and we need 100. But they're not chucking houses down. So we should be fine. But yeah, so this is basically the first part of the game. I will be doing another video building up from this. But yeah, that is pretty much the game. Like I said, graphics are good. It is just a lot of pre-planning where you want to put things, what to build, how to build, what you need to build certain things. Otherwise, you're just going to have a half-built pieces of wood and things until you actually plan out what you're going to do first. So, yes, that is me done for this video. I hope it turns out a bit better than my first attempt.